There's just something satisfying about watching hundreds of men die in a matter of seconds, but since I don't have access to any nukes, I have to make do with Total War games. Luckily, Shogun 2 fields a few units that help me satisfy my needs. Hi, my name is MrSmartDonkey, and in this video, I'm going to go over my personal top 5 most powerful units. To clarify, by powerful units I mean the rate at which they're able to kill a unit. This doesn't take into account any of their other stats. If you want to see a top 5 of the best overall units, there's a link in the description to that video. Starting us off at number 5 are Great Guard. With their insane charge bonus they will kill anything they come in contact with. There are some hero units with even higher charge bonuses, but their numbers are also smaller, meaning they just can't kill quite as fast. As with most cavalry, they will do a good amount of damage to anything that doesn't hold a spear of some sort, and of course charging them into bow units will be most effective. When it comes to melee cavalry, these are the best in the business, which is represented by their exclusiveness in the campaign. Sadly they are very difficult to get, and even when you do get them, there's a limit to how many you're able to field. Also unfortunate is the fact that Takeda Great Guard aren't in the game. They were supposed to be, but because of an error on Creative Assembly's side it never happened. The unit had a spot in the encyclopedia, but that was removed years ago. All that doesn't stop the Great Guard from making its way on this list though. Coming in at number 4 are Adachi Samurai. Similar to the Great Guard in that they will kill anything on their path once they start charging. However, not only do the Adachi Samurai have twice as many men as a Great Guard unit, they also have a higher base melee attack skill, and a higher charge bonus when they activate Banzai, which on top of that also increases their already higher base melee attack skill, meaning their charges should in essence be twice as effective as that of a Great Guard unit. Sadly it doesn't really work out that way in reality, because if that was the case they would kill just about any unit on their charge alone. They don't quite do that, but they're not far off, which is good enough, because if you can kill half a unit on the charge alone, you'll have a pretty easy time killing the rest of that unit too. They're not too bad in sustained melee afterwards anyway, they'll continue to kill at a high rate, which is what earns them the number 4 spot. Next up at number 3 are Hojo Fire Rockets. I've talked about the Fire Rockets a decent bit in the past week because I originally put them on my top 5 worst units list before realizing they are actually the greatest anti-cav unit that will ever grace our world. It doesn't matter what cavalry unit the Hojo Fire Rockets fire at, they will evaporate it before you rise without fault. Their damage against other units is pretty good as well, especially against weaker Ashigaru units. Being able to kill half a Yari Ashigaru in a single volley isn't an uncommon sight. In reality, when targeting a cavalry unit they will kill less overall men, but because of the cavalry's smaller unit size, a single volley can kill off an entire unit. You could of course also count each horse as an individual, in which case you do kill more men and horses when targeting a cavalry unit. Let's not go into too much detail though, just fire those rockets at some cav and enjoy the mayhem. Moving on to number 2, where I have placed the Shimazu Heavy Gunners. This unit is so much fun. There's not a single other unit in the game like it. The Shimazu Heavy Gunners not only do incredible damage, they also knock back opponents, giving it more time to fire before the enemy closes them down. They only need a volley or two to kill just about any unit in the game, and watching them hit a charging unit only to see that unit fall to the floor and roll backwards is priceless. No other unit in Shogun 2 has that ability. An interesting fact about the Shimazu Heavy Gunners is that they used to be much stronger, game-breakingly so. There was a time just after this unit was released and before it was nerfed that all you would see in multiplayer was Shimazu Heavy Gunners. They were completely broken. How they ever got through playtests like that is beyond me. We've arrived at the most powerful unit in Shogun 2, Otomo blunderbuss Cavalry. If you're like me and think matchlocks are kids' toys, pea shooters, then maybe the blunderbuss is more to your liking. Ever wanted to use a shotgun in Shogun 2? Then the Otomo blunderbuss Cavalry might be for you. The blunderbuss was what is now known as a blunderbuss, the forerunner of the shotgun. Otomo blunderbuss Cavalry probably deal the most damage in a single volley of all ranged units in this game. To make up for that is their terribly short range, as is characteristic of a blunderbuss. This unit is so powerful, you should be afraid of it even when you're the one controlling it. I once forgot about these guys after I'd already won a battle, and they ended up assassinating my own Daimyo in the aftermath. Isn't that one of the Shogun 2 quotes? What? Oh my god. Why? Why? No! There was no need for that. Needless to say, when leaving these guys on fire at will, be careful not to move your other units anywhere near them. They don't distinguish between friend and foe. In the right hands, however, they will kill hundreds of men in a few simple volleys. That is gonna do it for this top 5 most powerful units. Are there any units you would have put in a different order, or would you have included other units altogether? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, hope you've enjoyed, have a good day and goodbye.